Everybody's seen that video I made yesterday of that conversation between me and that girl and how she wants me to save the world. And that all happened because I have a camera here. And I'm actually wearing a sling bag. I've been working on a decent sling bag for probably a good month. I must have ordered 4 different sling bags from Amazon. Every one of them sucked. I sent them back. And then I came across First Tactical. And I was just so impressed when I found this thing. It does cost more money. I mean, I paid something like around 80 bucks or something. And you can see the padding here. It just feels really good. Mainly what's in my sling bag is medical. And for example, I carry 4 tourniquets and some other things. Now, I don't know if you are aware of what's happening on the news anymore, but it seems I'm seeing shootouts in grocery stores, just in bad places, is what it is. And I hope I never come across one, but if I do, at least I will have the equipment to maybe save somebody's life if something like that happens. We do not live in safe times. We really don't. And nobody's there to save us. Not the administration, not the president. Heck, I just seen a story of a 12-year-old that was raped for 2 hours and then killed because of letting immigrants across the border. I mean, it's just sad from everything I'm seeing. You know, they even made videos a couple of years ago saying police are not obligated to keep you safe. You know, you just shake your head. So I found this sling bag and I attached this camera to the front. And this camera has no external microphone, no nothing. What you heard in that audio is straight from this camera. And it works good. You know, is what it does. Now I've got the camera set up. When I hit the record button, when I get out of the truck, I put this on, I hit record, and then start walking. I've got this set to 2.7K. Everything is turned off. After 3 seconds, screens turn off. There's no red lights. You don't even know that camera's on, which is really awesome. And then basically wherever I go, I just walk around and do my thing. And that's it. And I've just learned, I even have a camera in my truck. I've just learned that it's the only thing short from a firearm that keeps you safe, is what it does. Because we have so many Karens and just so many messed up people. It's just unbelievable. But have a look at this sling bag as I turn around. And you'll see it fits pretty good, is what it does. I don't feel any weight. Now, maybe after an hour I might, but it allows me to switch the sling to the other side if my shoulder was getting sore. So that's kind of nice. It does have a hidden pocket for a firearm if you choose to use that, where you can flip it around and then pull your firearm out. I always wear my firearm on my waist inside a locked holster, so you'd have to really wrestle with me to get it. But this is from First Tactical, and it's a pretty amazing sling. I'll slap it on the table. I'll show you what I got inside of it. So here's the First Tactical bag, and it's pretty intense. Like, I've got 2 tourniquets on the outside that are staged that I can instantly get to. And not everything is from First Tactical here. And to remember where I bought it all, I can't. I'll have to link it in the description. But it all came from Amazon except First Tactical. I had to actually go to the website of First Tactical. And everything is wolf gray. I wanted everything to match that. And that color's hard, whether you know it or not. But I really liked the tourniquet cases that were wolf gray with elastics on the side, and they had the red, which I thought was kind of cool, is what it did. I have a pair of wolf gray mechanic gloves on the back, is what I have, and I can get access to everything. Now, inside this particular sling, inside the back here, there is a hard case, and you can use it as a shovel. You can use it to brace a leg. You can just pull it out. And you can see videos on First Tactical about it. That is a really cool and nice touch to it. But let me see if I can open this first pocket. And I'll bring it around for you to see. So that's my first pocket there. Okay? And I'm carrying a particulars blade here. Again, I'll have a link in the description. I've got the flashlight I did a review on. I have another flashlight, which is like a pen light here. 2 diffusers, a pen, a pair of tweezers, magic marker. You know, I've got some pretty cool things there that I need access to right away. Now, this tag in the bottom is if you want to write your name on it or whatever, but you're not really going to resell it if you do that, if you ever choose to resell it. Zippers are all awesome, all heavy duty. You're going to get no complaints by that. In the very top, which is in here, is a place for sunglasses or glasses that is all felt, is what that is. That's a nice touch because I wear my my sunglasses all the time. The main pocket, which opens like a clamshell, is what it does. Now, this has, which is really cool, you know when you buy those medical bags that just tear off? Well, that's what these are, okay? This has a big Velcro across the back. So I tore off the medical back, and then it just sticks on. So, see, I can pull that right off. This has a whole bunch of IFAC stuff in it. Just a whole bunch of medical. This has 2 more tourniquets and some other stuff for medical. Up here in the top, we've got a bunch of little stuff. Band-aids, stuff like that. Maybe little kids would want. I have my Swiss Army knife in this big pocket. And also in this big pocket, I probably have, I don't know, probably 20 pairs of gray gloves. And of course, I have a splint up in here. I'm looking for my other splint. I want to put it on this side. But mainly that's what this is carrying. Okay? It's not carrying anything really fancy. You know, it's not carrying fire starters or anything like that. You know, I have a get home bag in my vehicle. It has all that stuff. This is my everyday carry bag, and it's 99% medical. Now, I'm still building it out. I mean, as I kind of look around and as I wear it and I feel the weight, I'm kind of adjusting to it and trying to figure out what I'm going to put. Now, some people may notice, well, he's got a pair of scissors here, a pair of scissors there. Things get lost, man. It's the way it is. And I don't want to be sitting there looking around for a pair of scissors if I need them. And it's life and death. And that's the way it is. And the way how unsafe this world is anymore, especially when I go to big cities like Nashville or, you know, some of these places, it's not very safe. I could end up being in a live shooter event. I hope I'm not. And all of a sudden, me or somebody else takes that shooter out. And then we have all these people that are hurt. You know, and a simple tourniquet wrapped around an arm or a leg could make the difference between somebody's life or death. If you notice, police all carry 1 tourniquet on the front of their vest. Now, that's for them. I'm sure they've used it on people, but the more people that carry these tourniquets, the more lives that will be saved. And that's all there is to it. So, I didn't scrimp on the cost. I really didn't care about the cost. I just wanted something that I could really, really depend on. And something that if I throw it on the ground or I throw it up in the air or I whip it at somebody, it's not going to get damaged. And that was my biggest concern. And this sling bag, it meets all the requirements. As soon as I seen how thick this was, the padding, you know, compared to the ones off Amazon and the China crap, I mean, they're just straps. This thing is padded big time. And then it's got the extra strap if you want to tighten it down to where it holds it tight to your body. You know, so if you started running or whatever, you just grab that and go. Now, the other thing that was nice about this was you could switch everything. I could switch that from one side to the other in a matter of seconds if one soldier actually gets sore. It does have an area across the middle if you want to run a belt, but I don't see why. You know, I really don't. Now, one guy talked about, because the plastic brace that's in there in the back here, that's used as a shovel or whatever, or a brace on a leg, so that it sits too much where it makes it fall over, and it does. If I took a jigsaw and cut part of that off, it would probably sit more flat and sit up. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it. He wasn't sure if he was going to do it yet either. Overall, I hook a camera to it. You can tie stuff to the bottom if you want. It does come with the straps and everything. I'm trying to keep it as light as possible is what I'm trying to do. And have the best of the best what I need in case I get into a bad situation. Now, some people look at you weird. I mean, like, when I carry my firearm, I carry it on a sidearm and on a drop down, and I don't hide it. A lot of people get all butthurt over that, but I don't hide my firearm. When I walked in for Chinese, I thought it was kind of funny. They obviously seen the firearm, and they took us right to the back corners where they gave us the table, which I liked because now my back was against the wall and I could see the whole restaurant. But I thought that was kind of funny. But people in general, nobody cared I had a firearm in the open. Nobody cared at all. Heck, I even seen a couple guys undo their jackets and started showing their firearm. They were like, "Can you do that?" You know, I thought it was kind of interesting. But in my town, pretty much nobody here hides their firearms. $400 leather belts on, which are real fancy to carry their six guns. But I just live in a different sort of world, I guess. This is not New York. It is not California. Tennessee is very liberal with firearms, and I like that. And it's one big part of the reasons why I choose this state to live here. And the state operates on a lot of common sense. Our governor is, sometimes he's tough, but he uses a lot of common sense when it comes to doing things in this state. And that's what I kind of like about Tennessee. I couldn't live in New York or California or any of these Democratic states. I really couldn't. It's just common sense, and it just doesn't seem to exist there. I don't know if they're on cheap drugs or what's going on, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So if you're looking for a really well-made sling bag that's going to last you, and it does come in multiple colors, I just preferred wolf gray, then check out the links in the bottom. I will list if they're from Amazon or they're not, or if they're affiliated. And maybe it's something you want to do. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.